So, Barry, you are one of the wealthiest people in the world. Certainly one of the wealthiest people I know. Is it fun? What's the best part of being a billionaire?
What is the best part?
Cynthia, great question.
Here's the thing, and Dion and I say this all the time. The best thing is how much you get to say thank you. And I don't mean that in necessarily in charitable or philanthropic means, that it forces you, unless you're a total dope, that almost every day you find some way just to say thank you. I mean, yes.
Yeah, like praying up to God.
I mean, you
God.
just say thank you.
But you know what? You've also said thank you philanthropically.
We've done that. We do that. Of course you do. You can't be responsible and not do that if you have resources. But the other thing that, of course, is great is that if you're curious, you get to do a lot of things that you could never do otherwise. We just came back from India yesterday.
And just let's hear India. What was it?
India. Have you been to India?
Yeah.
I mean, India.
Oh, yeah, my favorite place to go.
India
actually.
is
Fantastic.
It's indescribable. So you just babble on in stupid words, but if you're there, when you're there, you're in a totally magical place.
I need to change
Then
the
there's
subject
the yacht,
because
but okay.
we're talking about billionaires, what we're talking about. And you worked for Rupert Murdoch.
I did.
I've got to interview him only once. And in the questioning, I said to him, Warren Buffett says that billionaires like you, Rupert, should pay more in taxes. And he said, well, I agree with that. And I was astonished. Rupert Murdoch said, I agree with that. And I said, you do? And he said, yes, I think Warren Buffett should pay more in taxes. So what do you think of that? You're in that club. Do you think that people with that kind of money,
here's what I think.
Put yourself there,
and I think that
should pay more?
I think that Warren's been saying now, it's now almost, it's now the Buffett rule, and it's about he pays more taxes than his, quote, secretary pays, which sounds great, but is kind of irrelevant. The truth is we have a truly ridiculous tax code. We have a tax code whose complications and levels of unfairness and levels of choosing people to give tax breaks to and choosing people to deny them to is thousands of pages long with endless complications and unbelievable manipulations by everybody. So what we need to do is replace the entire tax code. I do not think that it makes much sense to say, well, let's just grab money from, quote, the wealthy. The wealthy should pay absolutely a fair percentage of taxes in relation to their income and the needs of the government and all of those things. But the issue is the tax code's rotten, and we should start truly over with a simple code that is fair and transparent, so that everybody knows it. And what I don't understand is why there are not more people crying out for, people say tax reform as if it's a bromide. And yes, we'll tinker with that, or we'll do that, or the president comes up with actually a more complicated tax program which he wants to institute. I don't understand why the American people don't say, this is prime rotten, we won't stand for it. Guys, we pay you money. Go write a new tax code for us. Stop bickering and doing all this other stuff. Write a fair and decent tax code, and we'll all abide by it.
I was about to say, I think we can get it through our system.
You either can or you can't, but at a certain point, you have to. Otherwise, the alternative to accepting the current state of affairs is truly destructive.
What do you think of presidential politics?
Oh, please. The GOP process is just, first of all, I'm generally interested in politics. I riff around on television, and the moment I hit a show and there is a picture of any of the candidates and any little scores or any debates or anything, I totally vague out. I have zero interest in it. I don't think anybody, except the media, who have no choice because they got time to fill, but I don't think anybody has any interest in this process. Is beyond ridiculous. It seems as if this has been going on our entire lifetime, choosing a Republican candidate.